Emma Shock.
Hi sisters, and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Katie in her natural habitat.
No.
Look at me. Look at me.
I didn't think
wow, what kind of movie are you making over there? Alright, so you're gonna lay down with on your side, facing this way.
Oh good, we can get your face.
Like this. Yeah. Tattooing's something that I've always wanted to do since I can remember, like being like 8 years old. My mom came home with a tattoo and I was just hooked after that. She bought me tattoo magazines and everything like that. I've always drawn and painted since I was about 4 or 5, so it was just kind of always been the goal. Somehow it worked out. I always wanted to tattoo, so it was always on the radar, but it's pretty hard to get an apprenticeship, to meet someone that thinks that they can put faith in you and like continue this on for them, sort of. It took a long time. I took my portfolio to probably 50 tattoo shops trying to get an apprenticeship, and it just wasn't in the cards, I guess, at that point. And then randomly one day, this dude I was getting tattooed by a whole bunch asked me if I wanted to start apprenticing under him, and then I ended up opening up this place years later. As time goes on, like all these TV shows and stuff kind of glorify getting your face tattooed and like looking crazy as fuck. Oh, I mean, just looking crazy, whatever. I mean, it's happened to me a couple times where I just like turn people down, like, I don't want to do that to you, man. Like, you're 18, you shouldn't have your face tattooed. That's kind of insane. Also, it's not really my place to say. I have 2 kids of my own. I don't need any more, you know? I don't need to make rules for other people. If I get a weird vibe from somebody and they want some crazy, like, racist shit tattooed on them, I won't do that for sure. But also, I'll be glad to make you look more like an idiot.
We have someone on our campus, I'm in RA in a building,
Yeah.
someone has a teardrop on his face. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah, that's like prison shit. Cool.
Yeah.
Come get a tattoo.
Hey. This space is where an interview with another tattoo artist was supposed to be, but instead you're getting this. For this documentary, I was actually planning on getting a tattoo. So I set up an appointment with an artist at a tattoo shop that I'm not going to name. Met with an artist, talked about my design, everything was great. I agreed to come in a week from the appointment with the rest of the people in the doc to film as well as get tattooed. So we get there the day of. My tattoo artist isn't there. And the other 2 people in the shop had absolutely no idea that it was happening, and they were trying so hard to get in touch with the artist. In that process, they kept on referring to as some college girls.
I mean, I was
That's us.
Of course, that kind of rubbed us the wrong way, because we're there to do a project. Please don't refer to us as some college girls. Just had to sit there uncomfortably for like an hour. I jokingly said that it was going to be just palm size right on Katie's leg. And then the drawing was palm size. In an effort to better explain exactly how Katie wanted it, she showed them her compass tattoo as a reference for size. And what came next was slightly horrifying, uncomfortable, and made me want to die.
Yeah, he was like, oh, it'll be fine. The sadness. Oh.
One of the artists just looks at my tattoo and asked the other artist if he had seen this shit on her leg. And I jokingly said, I really hope that that's like a good reaction. And then they're like, no, this is gonna age like shit. I can't believe your other artist did this. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
He was like, oh, it'll be fine. Yeah, my first and only tattoo is this one.
And all this other stuff, completely unprompted. I just showed them to like show the reference. I didn't once say I didn't like my tattoo because I love my tattoo. But then they proceeded to talk shit about it for about 15 minutes straight to my face.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Whenever it was determined that they were not comfortable doing the design the way I wanted, even though it could be done, I told them that I am not going to get my and we walked out. And I will never be going back there.
I don't think I know more than 5 people who don't have tattoos.
Oh no!
Oh, something on fire. The thing melted.
Oh my god! There was just a fire!
No.
I'm gonna do like a rest in peace thing.
Hi, my name is Allie and I have 10 tattoos. Wow.
I'm Chelsea and I have 4 tattoos.
So I'm Katie and I only have 1 tattoo at the moment. I have so many more planned out. Tattoos are expensive and I'm a broke college student.
My name is Nikolai and I have 0 tattoos.
I'm Emma and I have 2 tattoos. And I got both of them when I was 21 within just like a couple months of each other.
So even though I have 10 tattoos, getting tattooed is actually kind of a difficult process for me. I have cerebral palsy, which is a left-sided, in my case, it's a left-sided hemiplegia, where the left side of my body is shorter and weaker and smaller than the right. So I am not as physically capable as other people might be. So when I get tattoos, I twitch every time, no matter how hard I'm like fighting it. You know, I would tell them and they would be like, oh, that's fine. And then they would actually start tattooing me and they would get super frustrated, which is understandable. So it was really awesome being able to like find an artist that's comfortable with that.
The only tattoo I have right now is a compass. For me, it just kind of signifies my family and I look to them to like help guide me. I know that's cheesy, but yeah, that's what my tattoo's for.
So I got a lightning bolt on my bicep. I got the lightning bolt because at the time I was a lit major. Obviously I am not anymore, but it was the book series that got me into reading. I still love it, but the meaning has definitely changed a lot. I have a moon on my right foot and a sun on my left foot. They represent a lot of things, but I got them mainly for Star Wars. I was too much of a little bitch to put the rebel symbol and the empire symbol on my body, so I got the sun to represent the light side of the Force and the moon to represent the dark side of the Force, and they're on either sides of my body, so I'm kind of in the middle as a way of like staying balanced with the Force. And then most recently, I got a matchstick. It is unlit and I'm going to light it whenever I direct my first movie. So hopefully that doesn't take too long, but at this point, who knows? That was optimistic.
So I got both of my tattoos from Revival Tattoo Company in Hendersonville, North Carolina. So my first tattoo is an Evil Dead tattoo on like my back right shoulder. And then I have a Scream tattoo going down my left side. And I got both of those tattoos because those films really made me fall in love with the horror genre. And they've had a big influence on the things I'm interested in and obviously the types of movies I enjoy watching.
Tattoos in the workplace, I really think it's becoming more of the norm, especially in Asheville, but then I also just actually applied for an internship to go to work at Disney, and you are not allowed to have any visible tattoos.
I don't have any tattoos because despite how things are still changing, especially among young people in our generation, I'm still a little afraid that if I get tattoos in certain areas that I'll be judged or I may not get a job, especially as I'm considering working in government after college.
At my work, no one else has any tattoos, so we never had a conversation about if I did have visible ones, because both of mine I can easily hide. But yeah, we've never had like a conversation about if it would be okay to show tattoos or not.
I think that the reason that some organizations and institutions are against tattoos is because they see it as a sign of rebellion. And there just seems to be, in some groups, this belief that you're trying to be too different and away from the norm.
I don't think your customers or employers or anyone should judge you by what's on your body.
I think the only time they should be forced to be covered is if they're offensive.
I definitely think that we should change our beliefs around tattoos that are appropriate. However, I do have some sort of understanding why people do have issues with it, which once again, I think for some organizations, it isn't even necessarily that the CEO believes that. It's that they don't want their clients or their customers to also have some of those beliefs and then furthermore be offended or to take issue with it.
I know I'm nervous about these questions. No. Carolyn, you gotta be quiet.
Hi, my name is Barbara Schock. I am Emma's mother, and here to give my opinion, I believe, on why I don't like tattoos. I have just never been a fan of tattoos. I think now I have a little bit more appreciation for them, probably from some of the shows and things Emma has made me watch with her, and I do appreciate the art form, but I've just never felt like having something permanent on you is a good idea. All three of my daughters have tattoos. Two of my daughters have a similar tattoo that probably is my favorite, and then it's a Celtic cross, and it has the names of their cousins that have passed away at a young age in honor of them. And so those are probably my two favorite tattoos, maybe just because of the meaning from them.
Wow, Emma.
Wow.
They got tattoos for their cousins, and you just got 2 movie tattoos. Interesting.
What is your least favorite tattoo that your daughters have? Call her out.
I think I know the answer.
Well, let me think. I probably think the knife from Scream is probably my least favorite, but at least it's not in a place that everybody can see it. And it's also very interesting, of course, that Emma would get the Scream because she used to be terrified of the Scream mask when her sister would put the Scream mask on, and she would run and hide. So, see how times have changed. No. Well, I know, because it was your first one, but I know, and I think I didn't really know what it was. I had to ask what it was, so they just got like the little vine and the stuff wrapped around it, so it was a little hard to tell for me that it was a chainsaw. You know, I see a lot of people with tattoos at work, and though I work in healthcare and we are not allowed to have tattoos exposed, so they have to be covered. A lot of people work with people that I wouldn't expect would have tattoos, and sometimes I'll see them when they're not covered, and I think it is interesting to you know, ask people what that tattoo means to them. I think there used to be a stigma of tattoos, definitely, and when I was growing up there was a stigma of tattoos. None of my siblings have tattoos except my 2 brothers. None of the girls have tattoos. But all of our children have tattoos. So that's, my parents would not have been accepting that because they certainly would feel like that was not ladylike to, you know, that girls don't have tattoos. I don't know that I would ever get one, although I do have I always tease them I'm gonna get one when I'm a little older. I have a friend that got one because her son insisted, and when she turned 70 years old, she got a big tattoo on her arm. It's a big flower. We thought it was fake at first, but it really was real. I don't know. I would have to be it would be something small, not like some big thing plastered on me, but
Calling you out.
just get a flower tattoo, something not so sinister.
Some tattoo artists are assholes.
What did you learn?
I learned my tattoos are my mom's least favorite out of her children.
Come on, you knew that, Emma. You knew that.
Why
That's true.
pretends to be shocked?
I did.
What did you learn?
I guess our overlying theme is like tattoos can bring people together.
Aw,
I mean, that's what happened with us.
So
We all like tattoos, and that's how we formed the group.
so cute.
What are we gonna be? T-E-A-M-T.